Sophie just talked about being very intentional in your practices and shoot around. Just what have you guys been trying to do after 2 straight losses?
Yeah, I mean, I think that you see the margin for error is small, and it could be a couple turnovers in a row that lead to a little cushion for opponents or lead to comebacks for opponents. It could be a couple of laps in coverages. So just being intentional on building consistency throughout the course of practice, and putting first things first, not trying to get to the next. And then when they take away first thing, then we get to the next, and then we make our adjustments. Then we have our counters, and so to speak. So just being very intentional in how we do anything is how we do everything.
And Dantas is obviously leaving after this to go play for America Cup. How do you anticipate just adjusting to her absence and return her kind of coming into the fold a little bit?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough adjustment. I mean, because of what Didi brings, especially her ability to stretch the floor on the offensive end of the floor. But obviously we're so supportive of Didi and being able to play for her national team, and being a leader on a young Brazilian national team. The impact that she's going to have on her country, on her teammates. Potential qualifying for World Cup. So we're supportive of that. We understand that it's part of the deal, and then everybody else just has to step up on our team.
Just what's the overall message coming into this game? You dropped the last 2. You're on the last game of a 7-day road trip right now. Obviously, this group's probably a little tired, but just what's the mentality and message coming into this matchup?
Yeah, I mean, we don't have time to be tired. We got to come back and play a back-to-back too, and it's the nature of the beast of this league. There's no excuses, right? We got to go out and we got to execute. We got to play. We're playing hard. We're competing, but our intention, and Sophie mentioned it, being intentional, every possession consistently has to be our growth edge. We've got a young group in terms of the core of who has the ball in their hands a lot, and learning, through these times of adversity is important. Being able to lead through these times of adversity is important. It's not going to always look pretty, but being able to find a way, and for us, being able to build consistency is important.
Have you seen a good response from the team in the last few practices? I know the last time we talked after the game, you said we lacked discipline in the fourth quarter, the struggles. Have you seen a good response and good practices from the team in the last few days?
Yeah, we had a good practice yesterday. I thought shoot around went really well today. Every team is different that we play, so we have to be able to make adjustments. We have to be able to carry over things that we did from practice yesterday that we might not be able to do again in shoot around today. And so that's going to be the challenge and what we hold them accountable to.